whether it is a derivative approach or otherwise a derivative free approach, whatever may be, the descent technique only we may use that. Okay. So now in the descent algorithm, so by descending we can reach some minimum. That minimum here called as a local minimum. So that is what happening in the case of say deepest descent algorithm. Okay. But now once it
Ma'am,
reaches,
excuse
yes
me, ma'am.
sir, yes sir.
PPT slides போட்டுக்கோங்க மேம். கரெக்டா அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட் மட்டும் தான் தெரியுது.
நான் ஸ்லைட் ஷோ தான் சார் போட்டுருக்கேன்.
அப்படிங்களா?
ஸ்லைட் ஷோ போட்டு I have come to the next slide.
No ma'am, not displayed.
Just wait.
So go to slide show option ma'am. மேல அந்த இதுல பாருங்க. டூல் பார்.
ஸ்லைட் ஷோ போட்டாச்சு ஆல்ரெடி.
ஆனா வரல. F5 பண்ணுங்க பாப்போம்.
F5 பண்ணிட்டேன், எனக்கு ஸ்லைட் ஷோ தான் காட்டுது.
ஓகே, பட் இங்க வரலங்களே. சரி, இதுல வேற ஏதாவது ஸ்லைட் மாத்துங்க மேம், வருதுன்னு பார்க்கலாம். செகண்ட் ஸ்லைட் போங்க.
So just once I'll close and then open again slide.
Yeah, okay ma'am, okay.
Now is it okay sir?
Slide show வரல மேம், only on the home page only came.
எனக்கு ஸ்லைட் ஷோ தான் மூவ் ஆகுது, ஏன் தெரியலையே.
சரி,
ஓகே. அட்லீஸ்ட் இதுல இப்ப ஸ்லைட்ஸ் மூவ் ஆகுறது தெரியுதா சார்?
யா ஸ்லைட்ஸ் மூவ் ஆகுது மேம், இப்போ மூவ் ஆகுது. ஓகே,
பட் ஆனா ஸ்லைட் ஷோ போட்டா மட்டும் வரல.
ஸ்லைட் ஷோ வரல. யா
சரி, ஓகே.
ஓகே தான் மேம், நீங்க அப்படியே ப்ரோசீட் பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே, you can proceed now. Thank you.
Okay. So now in the case of the optimal searching, so we may use it to begin from the starting point. So in general the algorithms are the descent algorithm only, because our intention is to find the minimum value, that is the local minimum. So this is applicable everywhere. So whatever may be the approach, that is optimization technique, whether it is a derivative approach or derivative free approach, generally we used to follow. So once the local minimum is reached, that is, this is the optimal solution. That is, we can decide that this solution is optimal solution, and then it can be stopped. Okay, that is what happening in general optimization techniques. But in the case of your simulated annealing, it will allow the global minimum. So which means what? Once it reaches this local minimum, okay, here it has to climb this. That is called a hill climbing. So the hill climbing is not allowed in other optimization techniques. Whereas in the case of the simulated annealing, there is a possibility of having hill climbing, so that it can reach the further the global minimum. So this is the difficulty that we have in other techniques. So that can be overcome now in the case of simulated annealing. So that is why we should go for simulated annealing. Okay, so what is the purpose? Algorithm is selected. Okay, so now, so first let us come. What is known as the simulated annealing? So what are the terminologies that it is used, and then how this global minimum can be achieved, which means how the hill climbing takes place here. Okay, so now the first annealing. So what is known as an annealing? So So annealing is nothing but basically what it is, one thermal process. So that thermal process is nothing but, that is thermal is, we know that it is a temperature, that is heating effect. So that is, here it is annealing. So here annealing is a thermal process. So basically it is a one heating process for obtaining what? The low energy states of a solid in a heat bath. Okay. So here the example is one metal. That metal is heated. So that is heated with a high temperature. Then after heating it, okay, make the metal to cool. That is cool down slowly. So for what purpose that we have to make the metal to cool down slowly? That is to obtain its low energy states. So why? Because here whenever it is heated, that is the molecules or the energy states now will be excited. Now it is in the higher energy state. Now from the higher energy state we have to bring it into the lower energy state. That is called the annealing, simple annealing. Okay, high energy to low energy. So here there we may arise one question: why the metal has to be bring out from the high energy state to low energy state after it is getting heated? Okay, so that is the question. So now the question is, have you the answer for the question is, have you recorded BP, or have you seen that how the blood pressure is noted down? Any one of you? So do you know how to BP can be recorded? Say yes or no? So in general, the BP can be recorded. Okay. So how the blood pressure can be recorded for the human? So blood pressure can be recorded first initially, that is in the pressure scale with the help of the cuff. They will reach to the maximum reading. Okay. Then after that, by slowly decreasing the pressure, that the reading in the BP scale can be noted. Okay, so this is the usual procedure. So why this procedure is followed? Because the intention is to record the high BP and as well as the low BP. Okay, so the high BP, we know the values. Now we need not worry about those values. Okay, and then the intention is to record the low BP also. That is both systolic and as well as the diastolic. So when you can have the diastolic, if and only if you record the high BP. So what is the maximum high for a particular person? Okay, the high may be, for me it may be 90, for some other person it may be 80, for some other person it may be 75. For the given 80, what should be the low pressure? For the given 90, what should be the low pressure? So that is the one that we want to study. So like that here also. Okay. So the annealing is the same process only. So in the thermal, once the metal is heated up to the high energy state, then okay, but it has to bring out it into the low energy state. So this is nothing but generally a thermal process. So this thermal process basically contains the two steps. So first, increase the temperature to the maximum extent, like increase our BP, that is pressure to the maximum extent. Then after that, the second thing is decrease the temperature carefully, that is step by step. So like slowly releasing the pressure. Okay. Then it has to reach its low BP, so like the minimum energy state. So here, what is the minimum energy state? So the minimum energy state is called as the ground state of the solid. Okay. So what about the ground state? So why this annealing process is most important in the case of the thermodynamic system is, that is whenever the energies are excited, that is how far it comes to the ground state. So that is the important process in the case of a thermodynamic. So now the same concept. So this concept we are going to utilize for the optimization. So that is called here a simulated annealing. So we have come across what is known as annealing. Now we are moving it into what is known as simulated annealing. So the simulated annealing is what this annealing process can be simulated with the help of Metropolis algorithm. Okay. So what is known as a Metropolis algorithm? So that is, you may be knowing about what is known as Metropolis algorithm. So which is nothing but what? The process of obtaining the random samples from a given sequence, that is called the Metropolis algorithm. So the annealing can be simulated with the help of the Metropolis algorithm. So for what purpose? The purpose is to obtain the optimum solution. Okay. So here the optimum solution is, if you want to find out the optimum solution with the help of the annealing process, so we must know the relationship between the annealing process, that is annealing process generally can be carried out in the physical system, to our practical problem, okay, to our solutions. So that is, what about the solutions in the physical process? Okay, so in the physical process, the solution is reaching to the lower ground state, that is lower energy state, that is nothing but called as a ground state. So similarly, in the case of the practical problem, whatever may be given, our intention is to find the minimum. So as like as getting low energy state, now here we are going to get a, that is minimum value. That minimum value may be error function. Our error should be very minimum. Say for example, if you take some other problem like a traveling salesman problem. So the traveling salesman problem, important thing is what? That is, we have to create a tour with minimum cost. So like bringing the physical system to minimum energy state, here our solution should also be bringing it to minimum cost. Okay. So that is nothing but a simulated annealing. Same annealing process we are going to be simulated with the help of what? With the help of the Metropolis algorithm. So now how this simulated annealing is going to be implemented with the help of the Metropolis. So to apply this simulated annealing, okay, so what are we require? So the require here it is, there are mainly the two things. Okay, so the first thing is the successor function, the second thing is the target function. So what is known as the successor function? The successor function is nothing but what? That is the close neighboring solution. Okay, so the close neighboring solution is, now we have random number of samples. From the random number of samples, we have to move somehow. Say for example, there are 10 neighbors. Okay, just imagine that we are in the residential flat. There are 10 neighbors. So out of these 10 neighbors, that is, we have to find the best neighbor. So how can we find the best neighbor? Just straight away getting it into one of the neighbor and then deciding that they are the best. Is it a correct one? No. That is only if we have experience with all other neighbors. So every neighbor has to be monitored. Finally, we have to come to the best one. That best one may be anywhere. Okay, they may be in the first floor, they may be in the second floor, they may be in the ground floor. But we should have an experience with the ground floor neighboring people also. Then only we can identify the global minimum. So we need some function for the movement. So how are we going to move? Okay. So that is nothing but here it is called a successor function. Similarly, the target function. Okay. So the target is, it always what depend on the current term. So the target is target. So how that we can decide that they are the best? Okay, so that is nothing but the target. Under what basis? Under what characteristics that we are going to decide that particular solution? So these are the most important two things. Okay, so here so if we define these two correctly, okay, this simulated annealing algorithm can be implemented for finding the global minimum also. Okay. So the important thing is the successor function and as well as the target function. So later we will see how can we define the successor and as well as the target function. So the next step. So what is the intuition behind this? So the intuition is here by allowing the occasional ascent. So occasional ascent is nothing but an irregular movement only. So now we are going to do the irregular. So irregular movement, the aim of doing the irregular movement is finding the global minimum. That is to trap the local minimum. So which means now that is what is the irregular movement? That is how the simulated annealing algorithm can approach the global minimum is suppose in a bank. Okay, in a bank there are a lot of peoples. So each people have different constraint or different requirement. So someone may want to withdraw the money, someone want to deposit the money, someone want to create the account, someone want to create the fixed deposit, so and so. So there are, if the crowd is more, okay. So how the crowd generally can be controlled? That is just forming the queue. Okay. So when the queue is going to be formed, so without giving any constraint, if the bank manager asks them stand everybody in the queue, so automatically what all the people will be aligned in a single row. But different people have different tasks. So what will happen? The person who is handling has to switch over from one function to another function. So say for example, for the particular person to withdraw the money, second person deposit the money. So which means what? Now it is irregular. Okay. Suppose in the same thing. So if the bank manager asks us to, that is segregate the or form the queue according to the task. That is the people who want to deposit the money can form one queue. Similarly for the another task can form the another queue. Now the process is very easy. Okay. So the banking process is easy. So that is nothing but called a local minimum. So now every queue have one particular task that can be implemented fast. Okay, so that is called the approaching the local minimum. Whereas the global minimum is nothing but all the things together in a single. But now what happened? That is the queue is more. So it will take more time. Okay, but we have to handle it carefully. So which means that is nothing but an annealing process. So in the annealing process, that is the occasional ascent, the irregular thing. So irregular means that is the minimum can be approached. That is the global minimum can be anywhere. Okay. So it may be located first local minimum or it may be located in the third local minimum. So by putting the irregular thing, we can obtain the global minimum. So we can escape from the local minimum. But if you do regularization, only we can achieve local minimum. Okay. So that is the one. So that is nothing but the intuition of the simulated annealing. So that is what here it is explained. Okay. So here that is for each row there may be one minimum. Okay. So this is one minimum, this is one minimum, this is one minimum. So if you handle every queue separately, only one minimum that you can find. But if you handle everything is together, okay, so that is nothing but irregular. So when there is a movement of the irregular, there is a possibility of what? Achieving the global. Okay, so here, what about the consequences? So the consequences are here. This is one, that is the hill climbing. Once if you approach the local minimum, that is the procedure or the algorithm should not stop. Whereas in all other optimization technique, once if you approach the optimum, we will stop. But here what happened? There is a hill climbing, which means it is going to do further, but until to reach the global minimum. Okay, even if it is reaches the global minimum, it will check with the nearby, that is all the neighboring points, and then to test whether the other minimum is a global minimum or not. So that is the consequence here. Okay. So that is how we are going to approach this. So now we know what about the simulated annealing definition and as well as how it can be implemented. Okay. Basically, what is the principle? So now, why it is selected compared to all other optimization techniques? So here it is this algorithm is derivative free optimization. So the derivative free is nothing but the derivative includes computational complexity, like this in the case of steepest descent algorithm. And this type of algorithm is suitable for both continuous and as well as the discrete problem. Say the steepest descent algorithm mainly used for continuous type problem, whereas that is the simulated annealing can be used for both continuous and discrete, like the genetic algorithm. So what is known as the continuous and what is known as the discrete is the function what we want to evaluate can be a continuous function or otherwise a discrete function. So the simulated annealing is suitable for both. And also it is more effective in finding the optimal solutions and it is suitable to analyze the traveling salesman problem and also a placement problem. So what is known as the placement problem is placement of the components in a chip. Okay, so in a circuit, that is for whenever the circuit is forming, that is for example with the help of the VLSI technique or some other tool. So how the components can be effectively placed with the coverage of the minimal area. So in these applications that it can be used. So that is why the simulated annealing algorithm is preferred. Okay. So now let us come into the technological part. So in the technological part, so first the principle. So principle I already explained it. So the principle here it is the metals cooled at a controlled rate. That is the most important thing. So once the metal is heated, then it has to come down. So which means suppose whenever a metal is heated in a very high manner, it can be cooled very fastly, just sinking it into the water. So what will happen now? So when we do by the way, so what will happen? The energy states in the metal will not come into the regular state, that is like crystalline structure. It may be an amorphous. Okay. So we have to avoid that. So that is the intention of the thermodynamic process. So now the same thing. So the metals, how it can be implemented if and only if the cooling is done at a controlled rate. Okay, that is just to imagine that the BP recording only. High BP, then after that slow down, then only the diastolic blood pressure can be recorded. So that is the same thing. So the next objective function. So objective function. So what is the objective function given to us? That is like a energy in the thermodynamic system. Any objective function may be given. So what is that objective function? Objective function may be, say for example, y is equal to f of x or y is equal to x square is one objective. The problem is y is equal to x square. So for y is equal to x square problem, how the simulated annealing can be handled? So that is y is equal to x square is objective function. This is just like energy in the thermodynamic system. Okay. Then the next because of it is followed with the annealing process. The annealing process handled with there are two. One is high temperature, the other one is with low temperature because the metals are heated at high. So now the process has to be dealt with high temperature. Similarly, the low values, that is low temperature. So here the temperature nothing but in our case it is a one value. Okay, in a dimensional space it is a value. That is high temperature value, low temperature value, which means the values are higher. That is I am handling now with high values, which means 100, 1000, 500. At a low temperature means now the process or the algorithm has to deal with lower values, 0.5, 0.6, 0.10, like that. So the simulated annealing now what happened? Capable of handling both, that is high temperature and as well as the low temperature. So in the high temperature, it allows what the function evaluation at far away points, which means from the movement of one point to another point. So since it is dealing with the high values, say for example, high values are 100, 200, 500 like that. So when I move from a point of 200, I can just move to the next point is by 300. Okay, so this is the first movement. Then the next, when I come for the low temperature, so the low temperature is now I am dealing with small values, say 5, 10, 15 or 10, 20, 30. So suppose if I move from 10 to 20, so now it is what the moving from a value of 10 to 20 is lower, whereas moving from the value of 100 to 200 is higher. So that is called far away points. So the far away points are applicable in the case of simulated annealing. So when we move far away, what will happen? The greater distance that we are moving. So the greater distance now may locate the global minimum. So first whenever we move the far away points, that irregularization here it is possible. So when there is a irregularization, that is the far away point, that is nothing but what? Climbing. That is the hill climbing. So that is movement from 100 to 200. That is one big jump. That is a hill climbing. So once if you reach, then when you come for the low temperature, now what will happen? That is the moving with the smaller points. So that is after moving the far away points, now there is a possibility of moving with a slow value. So from the 300, now 310, 320, 330. Okay. So the hill climbing is, this is what achieved. This is how achieved in the case of a simulated annealing. Okay. So the annealing is completely dependent on what? That is depend on the annealing schedule or nothing but the cooling schedule. That is how rapidly that the temperature is changed from high to low. That is nothing but called the annealing schedule. So that is whether am I going to cool down 10, that is every 10 degree or every 20 degree or every 50 degree. Okay. So the algorithm approach is also based on that. That is how I am going to give a reduction. Okay. So if my reduction is fast, I may approach the solution fastly, but it may not be the optimum one. So always here, the simulated annealing is nothing but like handling the sword. Okay. So the what is known as the sword? Sword is nothing but a one metal instrument used to cut the metal plate. Sword is nothing but one mechanical device used to cut the metal plate. So it has two edges always. Okay. So one edge is that we can handle it. That is we can hold. The another edge is a sharp edge. That is used to cut. Okay. So whenever we hold one end with our hand, and if suppose if it is used for cutting a particular metal, so what may happen? That is the metal may get cut. Okay, if you apply with some force, and at the same time, that is it may not get cut also. Okay, so that is the handling of the simulated annealing. So which means if there is a cut, okay, which means we approached it. If there is no cut, okay, if it does not get cut, what will happen? We have to move further. That move further is allowed in the case of an simulated annealing. So in order to implement the simulated annealing, there are fundamental terminologies are there. So what are the terminologies? So in the terminologies, the first thing is the objective function. So main thing is the objective function. So what is the objective that will be given in our hand? So the objective is here maybe called as an E is equal to f of s. Why here E is specified? Which means E is energy function in the case of a thermodynamic. So thermodynamic system, it is always described by energy. So that in our algorithm also we have used E. So E is equal to f of x. It is one objective function. F of x can be anything. Okay, it can be x square, it can be x cube, or it can be x plus c, x plus 2, x plus 5, any value. Okay, so that is nothing but here the objective function. So in the objective function, what happens? Each input vector x, that means x can have input space. So we can have many values. Say y is equal to f of x. But what is the values for the x? X can be varied from 1 to n. That is nothing but called as an input vector, or it is called a input space. Input space. So for every input x, there may be a function f of x. So which means there is a one objective function. This objective function will give an energy. That is nothing but here it is called E. Say x is equal to 5, the energy can be now 25 if f of x is equal to x square. So that is nothing but here called an energy. Energy is not something new. So what is the objective function? Accordingly, the energy can be generated. So energy in the what is the given equation? Its solution is nothing but called as an objective function. So the first thing is the objective. Then the next generating function. So the next important function is generating function. Generating function generally described by G of dot comma dot. What is that dot comma dot? So in the case of simulated annealing. So here that dot comma dot here it is explained with del x comma t. So what is the del x? Del x is nothing but small change in x. Already we said x. X is an input space. That is, it may consist of 10 vector, 50 vector, 100 vectors. So that del x is equal to x new minus x. So every new point, that new point can be selected at random. Already I said that it can be irregularization. So I can select anything. From 1 I can select 10 or otherwise 20 or otherwise I can select 50. So any value that I can select, that irregularization, that change is nothing but here it is called as an del x. So generating function, it specifies what? It is a probability density function. Okay. Basically from, that is obtained from the differences between the current point and the next point. So current input vector to the next input vector. So this is the generating one. This generating is nothing but the movement, how I am going to move. Okay, whether I am going to move only with nearby or I am going to provide with a greater jump. Okay, so that can be decided by the generating function. So the next important function is a generating function, that is g of del x comma t, where t is nothing but here t in edukkaga associate pandranga, t is nothing but a temperature, just a temperature, just a value. So it is a function based on what? The del x value. So generally this del x, okay, sorry, generally this generating function is called a Boltzmann function. Okay, so that is Boltzmann constant you may come across. So the Boltzmann function, okay. Boltzmann function have some equation. That equation here can be followed. So in the equation, we have a temperature T and as well as the del x. So the del x can be obtained by selecting these 2 points. So this is the generating function. The third important function is an acceptance function. So now the acceptance function is called a h. So the h is del e comma t. So once if the generating function is defined, okay, we have to find the energy, which means for the new point we have to obtain the new energy. So now after obtaining the new energy for the new point, now it has to be decided whether we are going to accept or otherwise and reject. So the acceptance and the rejectance generally happen with the help of the acceptance function. Okay. So the most common acceptance function is Boltzmann. Sorry, I have used the terminology in the generating. Okay. So the most common used acceptance function is an Boltzmann. So in the Boltzmann function, the h of del E comma t can be given as 1 by this one. So where C is a small constant, T is the temperature value. So this is the temperature value that we have to decide. Okay, so that is, this temperature value is going to be used for the next annealing schedule also. Okay, so that is how far that it is going to vary is based on this T value. So now h of del E comma T, del E is nothing but the new energy. Okay, so later I will explain with the step-by-step procedure. So for the new energy, now the acceptance function. So the acceptance function, based on this, now we have to decide, we have to take a decision. It may be either greater than 0 or lesser than 0 or plus 1, minus 1. So how are we going to accept it? Okay. So here the acceptance is finding, our intention is to find what? The minimum only, global minimum. So what should be the new energy compared to the previous energy? The new energy should be a minimum energy. Okay. So the minimum energy means what? It is in negative direction. So negative. So when the del E is negative, which means the obtained new energy is lesser than the previous one, which means we are moving in the descended direction. So at that time it can be accepted. So if suppose if not, if it is a positive, so positive means there is a rejection. So at that time we have to go for what? A new starting point, which means we should go for new generating function and then find the energy, and then we have to come back for the acceptance function. Okay, so this is the basic three. So first objective, then the next generating, and then the third one is an acceptance. So the most common acceptance is this one. There are some more acceptance functions are also there that we will see later. So now, so this is the three. So in the acceptance function, there is a main important thing is the controlling of the entire annealing process is depend on the acceptance function. I already said it is depend on the value of the T. So how this controlling is going to be happen? So here the acceptance of a search step is completely depend on the value of the T only. Okay, so that is whether are we moving in the descending step. So the descending step always provide del less than or equal to 0, which means the negative value only. So we have to accept the ascending. So when we are going to accept the ascending, that is nothing but called a rejection. So we have to accept the ascending is nothing but now the hill climbing. Okay. So only if it pass a random test, that is now exponent of minus del by T. Okay, is greater than any random. That random here can be generally lies because of it depend on the probability density function, generating function. Generally it can be lies between 0 and 1. So it is all depend on what? This exponent factor. So here exponent. So exponent del E, that is what here it is mentioned with the del. That's all. Okay. So now, so the entire control of annealing process is now depend on your accepting function. So apart from these three functions, the important terminology in the case of an simulated annealing is annealing schedule. So how are we going to make a schedule? So schedule is nothing but, scheduling is nothing but what? Regulating the system. Say scheduling, that is timetable is one scheduling. There are 35 hours weekly we have in our hand. So how are we going to schedule it? So schedule is nothing but regularization, regular process. So every first hour can be handled this particular class, every second hour, every third hour. So which means that is we are going to regulate. So the regulate how rapidly that the system goes from high temperature to low temperature. high temperature to low temperature. Okay, so how the regularization can be done? So how, that is, the 35 hours can be allotted. Okay, so the weekly 35 hours we have for our student. So if suppose 35 hours are given in our hand, the timetable coordinator, that is, will put a timetable very clearly, because that is already we practiced with the system. In the education system, there are 35 hours, this many number of hours allocated for practical, this many number of hours allocated for the theory. So that is well advanced. So experimentally, which means already we have experienced. So the regulation is nothing but it is a function of iteration counts. Okay, so it is a function of the iteration count. How, that is how many numbers it will take. That is, if suppose scheduling is nothing but 1 hour means, that is how much amount of syllabus that we can able to cover. That is nothing but it is a function of an iteration count. Okay, if I regulate this much temperature for the cooling schedule, okay, how many number of counts that it may take? So every 10 degree if I take, how many iteration count? Every 100 degree if I take, or 50 degree, 1 degree, what about the counts? So it all depend on the iteration count. Okay, whether to implement with a more iteration or with a lower iteration. Everyone wants to have with a low number of iterations only. But at the same time, the temperature also should not be high enough when we are going to cool down the schedule, that is annealing schedule. So always it must be a controlled rate only. Okay, so the next the annealing schedule also depend on the what, that is specific problem inside. So good annealing generally can be done with the specific problem inside. So whenever a particular problem or task is given, algorithm to be handled if and only if we know the problem well. So physical system, same metal will take longer time to get cooled down. Okay, so whereas suppose aluminum, suppose if you take aluminum metal compared to iron, aluminum cool downing schedule is may approach fastly. Similarly plastic, its cool down rate is different. So every cool down rate is different. So depend on the problem. So depend on the physical insight. That is annealing depends. So good annealing can be done if and only if we have specific insight into the system given, objective given in our hand. But even though that is the easiest way to get a good annealing is annealing schedule can be done with the controlled decrease temperature at every iteration. So now that is what about the problem, how it can move, that is we even though if we get into the deeper insight about the physical movement of the particular problem, general that is we are going to provide the annealing schedule in a fixed rate. Okay, every 10 or 1 degree decrease in the temperature, which means in the iteration counter we are going to decrease by 1% value or 10% value. So that is nothing but annealing schedule. So the another controlling process of the simulated annealing is completely depend on the, that is nothing but the annealing schedule only. So in the annealing schedule, so now T is the annealing temperature. As I already said, we are going to reduce it gradually. So that is T of K. So every temperature, certain number of steps to be reduced. Okay, certain number of steps to be processed. Okay, so what is that? That can be here defined as a L of K. Okay, so that is nothing but L of K. So the choice of parameters are here, both temperature and as well as L, which means both the temperature reduction and as well as the number of iterations that it can be processed with. Okay, so that's all about the terminology. So the terminologies are objective function, generating function, accepting function, Last one is the annealing schedule. So these are the 4. If we handle these 4 correctly for a specific problem given, that is, we can approach the global minimum solution. Okay. So now, so in simple, this algorithm can be explained with the few steps. So first, we have to initialize. So initialization can be done with k is equal to 0. So k, that is, k is nothing but what? That is in the input space. How many number of that elements, number of vector, that is nothing but here it is called as an k. So in the k, there are n number of vectors. So after initialization, first we have to move from I to j. So here the move set is the most important thing. So move set, I will talk about the move set with the help of one example. Okay, so now just you observe what is the move set. So I am going to move from I to j. So for the new movement, that is finding the new point, x to x new, we have to obtain the performance. So performance, first difference, the difference between these two, del. For the del, what should be the energy? So the energy, whether to accept it or otherwise and reject it. So already I explained about these steps, del less than 0. If not, okay, we have to move for the hill climbing. So hill climbing is nothing but based on this random value of another 0 and 1. Then, okay, so it has to be repeated for the L of k steps. Already I said for every cooling temperature, the L of k is also one parameter. So whether it has approached this parameter. Okay. So now the next step we have to repeat by increasing this. So entire steps has to be monitored until the stopping criterion is achieved. That is until the del is less than or equal to 0. So this is simple, everything. That is whatever I explained so far, it is explained with the help of 5 steps. So now the implementation is also based on what? That is based on the search scheme. Okay, local search scheme. So the moment you select any x point, then moving to n plus 1 point. Okay, how? That is nothing but what? The search. That is the movement. So any search scheme that we can able to select. The next cooling schedule. So as already I stated, in the cooling schedule, what? Cooling schedule, the temperature has to be cooled at a controlled rate. So on the controlled rate, here it is defined with the help of an alpha into T of k. So alpha is a constant, but it is very close to 1, which means very minimum change that we have to give. Where L is equal to n. So this L is equal to n we have to set. That is nothing but L of k. That is the number of variables in the problems. So that is the how many number of iterations, how many number of movement. It all depend on the number of samples that we have. So implementation of these simulated annealing, that is these 5 steps, is completely now depend on these 2. That is how far we select the search scheme and as well as the cooling schedule. Okay. So now at the resultant, so if you select all these things and then implemented your simulated annealing with the help of the above 5 steps, now the solution. Okay. So the solution here it is on random. So the random means, that is random here it is nothing but called a stochastic algorithm. So the stochastic algorithm means stochastic is nothing but a random only. Okay. So random means, as I said earlier, when we cut a metal with the help of the sword, sometimes it may get cut, sometimes it may not. But even if it may not, we are ready to accept it. That is, we are trying to proceed further. That is, again we will try to implement the cutting operation with the help of the same sword. So like that, in the case of the simulated annealing algorithm, the solution is a random solution that either that is accept or otherwise and reject. So which means that is it may be different. So how it can be different? For one particular problem, That is, we may have a solution with a certain number of algorithm, a certain number of steps. Another particular problem, it may be another. So it all depends on the, that is the current scenario. Okay. So that is every time, as like as the human brain, whenever you record your signal, always what? We cannot have a same signal because it all depends on the sensory input what it receives. So like that, the simulated annealing for the same problem. Okay. For the same optimization problem, say y is equal to f of x square. When I tried with a different timing, I may get a different answer because my new search point may be different. Okay, so first time one neighbor might have selected. When I implemented the same algorithm, the next time the selection of neighboring is also random here, irregularization. That is what the key point or hard point in the case of unsimulated annealing. Okay, so that what there will be a different, that is same problem may have a different solution. So because of that only we can approach the global maximum. So now the implementation. So how already I said implementation with just a few steps, which is going to be elaborated. So because this elaboration will be helpful in solving the problem. So first we have to choose a start point x and set a high temperature T. So that is in the input space. Okay, in the input space we have to set a point, starting point x, and as well as a one temperature, high value, because we are moving from high energy state to low energy state. And then iteration count. So here the iteration count that we are setting, that is the most important thing. So that is how many number of that iteration count. Okay, so that also has to, these are the initialization. So once if you set all the initialization, we have to evaluate the objective function. Already I said E is equal to f of x. So now I calculated the objective function. Okay, then the next I have to move to the next point, next neighboring. So now for the next neighboring, we have to select the new point. So that is nothing but first objective, then the next generating. So I have to do the generating process with the help of the generating function del x comma t. So how this del x can be obtained from what? X new minus x. Okay, so that is nothing but your del x. So what is the x new? So x new can be equal to, from that relation we can obtain x plus del x. So for this every new point, now the new point here can be obtained. So for this new point we have to calculate the new objective function. So earlier one objective function E that we have, now there is a new objective function E new. So now the problem of accepting. So the accepting function what involved with del E. Already we have seen h of del E comma t. So for the given value of t, what is the h? So that is the most common objective function. Already I said a Boltzmann function, that equation also given already. Okay. So with the help of that equation, now we can calculate. So in the objective function, we have to test with the now the del E. So now the del E, whether we are going to accept or otherwise and reject. Accept and rejection I already said how to accept and then how to reject it. Okay, so further how it can be proceeded, accept panel, even though if it is accepted, we have to reduce the temperature. So that is nothing but irregular jumping. And then we have to go to the annealing schedule. Annealing schedule up to what? Up to the, that is how many number of that iteration count that we have set already. Okay, so that is when you are moving to the next step, now here the schedule, annealing schedule. So annealing schedule is nothing but eta t. Already I explained with alpha t. So that is the alpha value. Alpha value can be lies between 0 and 1. So if the k reaches to the maximum number of iteration, we have to go back to the steps and then repeated once. It all now having either acceptance or otherwise a rejectance. Okay. So now here One example that we can take, that is a traveling salesman problem. So the process is a simple process. So compared to fuzzy, compared to genetic algorithm, the process are here very simple. So in the case of fuzzy, there are a lot of things we need to learn. Membership, specification, de-specification, then only we can implement. Similarly, in the case of a genetic algorithm, there are variety of factors. That is how the next generation can be generated. So that is the tournament, variety of tournament techniques, and then variety of crossover, then the mutation operators. Okay, there are variety of factors it involved. But here in the simulated annealing, here it is only 4 steps. Objective, generating, accepting, last annealing schedule. That's all, these 4. So now, this is traveling salesman problem. It is a common problem. Okay, it is not a technical thing. Okay, so it can be understood easily. So we know what is known as the traveling salesman problem. So in the traveling salesman problem, first there will be n number of cities. So the n number of cities, we have to make a tour for this n number of cities. So whenever we make a tour in the traveling salesman problem, the most important thing is the what? Either to reduce the distance or otherwise to reduce the cost. Automatically, if you reduce the distance, then the cost will also be reduced. So that we can keep any one of the thing is a target. Okay, so generally the cost can be reduced because cost cannot be compromised even if the distance are compromised. So we are ready to compromise with the distance for the cost. Okay, so generally it is a cost, but either one we can able to consider. Or otherwise, what is the problem or given in our hand, whether to reduce the distance or to reduce the cost, we can work accordingly. Okay, so now that distance or cost of all pairs of these n by n cities can be denoted as a d. Okay, so now what is the elements that we have in d? D have the elements of dij, which represents what? The distance of traveling from the city I to j. Okay, if suppose if it is a distance, if it is a cost, the cost to travel from the city I to j. Okay, so that is the elements in the d-dimensional space. So the task already I said, that is every city has to be visited once, such that the total cost and as well as the distance to be minimum. So this is the basic traveling salesman problem. So for this problem, how the simulated annealing is going to be handled? Okay, traveling salesman problem, you might be worked with a variety of algorithms. But now, how it can be approached with the help of the simulated annealing easily. Okay, so here for any n cities, there may be a possible tour is generally n minus 1 factorial by 2. So this is general. It can be, okay, n minus 1 factorial by 2. It is a minimum possible. So now, in the case of simulated annealing, we are going to implement the traveling salesman problem with a low distance or otherwise and cost. So how we are going to provide? So the steps are simulated annealing, all those 5 steps what I said. One objective function, one generating function, one acceptance function, and the annealing schedule. So all these things what depend on the search, that is the movement. First point I searched, that is first point I fixed. After that, how I am going to move. So the movement is nothing but is the most important thing. The steps are common, whatever may be the problem. Further, all these steps are very common. So it all depends on the movement. That is how I am going to have my x nu. That x nu should be capable of producing the global minimum. So it must overcome the hill climbing. Okay, so these are the 2 important aspects in the annealing schedule. So on the movement here can be described by 3 movement sets generally. Okay, so what are those 3 movement sets are? The 3 movement sets are called inversion, translation and as well as on switching. So what is known as an inversion? So these three movement sets are available for common traveling salesman problem. That is, in the simulated annealing, the movements can be done with these three. The same these three I am going to explain for the TSP, but even the same TSP can be implemented with any one of these moves. Either I can use only inversion or translation or switching, any concept that I can use. So these are three common move sets: inversion, translation, switching. Same common set we can use it for the either any objective function problem, that is say y is equal to f of x square. Sorry, y is equal to f of x which is equal to x square, or any equation. Okay. So now the first is the inversion. So the inversion is here, it is explained with the help of this diagram. So here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 represents the number of cities. So there are here 12 number of cities. This is their tour. Okay. The line here represented their tour or their traveling schedule. So now in the inversion, the operation here is remove two edges from the tour, any two edges that we can move, and replace them to make it another legal tour. Okay. So here the movement here it is explained with the help of the data diagram. So already this is the tour schedule, which is basically started from 1 and then end up to 12. Now here there are two edges. So what are those two edges? The two edges are between this. Okay, so which means now here it is the thick lines. So these thick lines are the two edges that we are going to remove. Okay, so this is the removal of any two edges from the tour and then make it to be another legal tour. That legal tour here it is explained with the help of the dotted line. So instead of moving from 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9 and then 10, now I am going to move just to 5 to 9 and then 8, 7, 6 and then 10. So this is one sort of inversion operation. So inversion na just a removal and then make it to be a new one. The next second type. So the second type is the translation. So the translation is nothing but removal of what section of the tour. Okay. Here we are going to remove two edges. Here some section, any section that we can remove. Section of the tour and then replace it to randomly selected consecutive cities. So that is here explained with this. So now here the dash line. So the dash line, these are the section. Okay, that section that I am going to remove. Okay, so how it is being removed? So here after this 4, it is moved to 8, 7, then 5, 9, 6. So two randomly selected consecutive cities. So what is the two randomly selected consecutive cities? That is here 6 to 7 and then the 8 to 9. So between these now here it is changed. So that is here it is called a translation. So once the translation is done, okay, so earlier it was the tour schedule is 8, 7, 6, 10, 11, 2. Now here it is changed to 1, 2, 3, 4. After that what? 8, 7, 5, 9, 6, 10 and then so on. 11 and as well as 12. So this is called a translation. Movement is nothing but a switching. So the switching is nothing but randomly select two cities and switch them in a tour. That is we have to switch another, changing the positions, that's all. Okay, so here that the two cities, how here it is, the switch here it is selected with the help of this dotted line. So from 2 to 3, 3 to 4 instead of that 2 to 11, 11 to 4. Similarly from 10 to 11, 10 to 3 and then 3 to 12. So now what happened? There is a formation of a loop, which means started from the city 1 and then come back to the same So every time only once the city is visited. So these are the three types of move set. So the same move set we can also follow for implementing any objective function if it is given in our hand. Okay, so this is the simple traveling salesman problem with the 12 cities. Actually, this is implemented with the help of the MATLAB. Okay, there are standard traveling salesman problem using simulated annealing. Okay, in MATLAB and in Python, it is available. Okay, it is available. You can download and then try to implement or run and then see the changes. Okay, so this is standard problem. Nothing is new, which is available everywhere. The code is freely available. You can download and then do it. So now the same thing, annealing schedule, annealing the same traveling salesman problem is now available even up to for the 100 cities. Okay, this is also freely available. Code is MATLAB. So now this is for the 100 city. From 1 to 100, only once is visited and then schedule is happened. But here the move set is used only with the help of an inversion. So only with the help of the inversion, not with all the three. In the earlier case, with out of 12 cities, implementing with the three move sets we obtained. But now for the 100 cities, only one operation with the help of the inversion. Here the tour schedule is possible. Now like that we can also try with the switching, only switching or the combination. So it may reduce what? Reduce the number of iterations. So you can reduce the number of iteration and then implement. So which means the faster approach if you implement all. So this is one basic example. Then the next is that's all about the simulated annealing. So in the simulated annealing, so currently, okay, because due to the development, there are further two more types. So one is Cauchy machine or fast simulated annealing. So that is Cauchy machine or fast simulated annealing is nothing but the generating function. Okay, as I said earlier, objective, generating, acceptance and as well as the cooling schedule. So if the generating function is used with the help of the Cauchy's distributive function, that is here called as a fast simulated annealing. Okay, so which allow to move fast. That's all. The search process may end, that is as soon as possible. So its corresponding equation. So this is one type, and then the another type is very fast simulated re-annealing. So here in the very fast simulated re-annealing, that is the entire equation is changed, the generating function. So in the generating function here, there is a variable with lambda I, because whenever we find the new variable, it depends on the lambda. That lambda value is nothing but this one. Okay, then the new generating function. So suppose if you use, that is our search process may completely very fast. The another one practical example is, that is the games Jigsaw puzzle. So here what we have to release. So whenever that we press, there may be some images may come into the front. So which means at the end final we have to create an image like this. So here the human brains are random. That is, I may select the first time here, I may select the next time here, wherever it is applicable. So my search is random. So whenever there is a random search, the algorithm may be followed with a simulated annealing. So it is unconditionally we may think. Okay. Every time, whenever we want to move to the next move may be in any direction. Okay. So that move set. So in the move set, I can follow anything. I can follow inverse, I can follow switching. Okay, whatever may be. So that is, which means according to the human brain, the simulated annealing can do better implementation. Okay, as far as with the movement of the human brain movement, simulated annealing algorithm can move. Then the next is the applications. So apart from this, the applications are circuit partitioning and as well as the placement. As already I said, in the field of VLSI, or in the that is the computer chips. Okay, so whenever it can be designed, the circuit partitioning is the most important because minimal area, more number of components that we got to occupy. So minimum area is our constraint. So the problem of minimization. Okay, that minimum to be a global minimum. So in a PCB, that is which minimum area that can be occupied for a given circuit. So that is another application. Then the scheduling for capital products with the complex product structure. Okay, whenever we want to schedule for the scheduling of the timetable. So scheduling of the timetable can also be done with the help of simulated annealing. So now we are doing manual timetable. So it can be done automatically. So like for complex product structure. Okay, so whenever we want to do some product structure, we can go for simulated annealing. So here some example. That example is umpire scheduling in US Open tennis. And then event based. So event based is nothing but real time. Okay, so like that is gaming like zigzag. Okay, so event based learning situations such as simulated annealing can be very helpful. So that's all. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So if there is any question that you can ask.
Participants, do you have any questions?
Okay, this algorithm is very, very new, I think, for everyone, because most probably that is we will not go for this. Because as far as the optimization is concerned, the well-known algorithms are fuzzy optimization, neural network, and then we may use to go for genetic algorithm. So this is the new scheme. We can implement this easily. If we correctly choose the generating and as well as the queuing schedule, it can be implemented. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity given. Any other questions you can ask?
Participants, do you have any questions? Okay, ma'am. I think the participants, I hope that participants
Okay,
are having any questions. Okay, ma'am. I'm going to propose the vote of thanks, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, on behalf of Department of EA&I and SRM Aleem Engineering College, I propose the vote of thanks. So, I'd like to thank Tilavadi, Professor. Is it I'm audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Sorry, ma'am. I got some call, so that's why I'm asking.